Welcome to another edition of What Barrie's Talking About from Barrie 360. I'm Dan Blakely. On this week's program, a local kids hockey team hopes to help the Huntsville Hospital Foundation with a $100,000 donation. To do that, they've been doing good deeds in the community and encouraging others to do the same. We'll find out how they're doing and how you can help. Barrie Colts stumbled through last week, hoping for some added giddy-up this week as the playoffs draw near. And Barrie's poet laureate, Ty the Poetess, has a special Black History event coming up in March. We have the details. We get the conversation started after this. If you're a hockey family, you've heard of the Good Deeds Cup sponsored by Chevrolet, a chance for teams to do good deeds in their community in the hope of winning a considerable amount of cash for their favorite charity. The Huntsville Sting U11 Black team has been busy with this. I had a chance last Friday for a Zoom chat with three members of the team, Emily, Kody, and Sophia, in between games at a hockey tournament they were in Oakville.
We are doing a Good Deeds Cup. Doing good deeds for other people around your community.
And you're raising money for a very special purpose too, right?
The Huntsville Hospital.
How much money are you trying to raise?
$100,000.
Ooh. All right, so how do you go about that? You guys, the team has each been doing, every member of the team has been doing good deeds?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
And then people donate money, or is it just the number of good deeds you do and then you submit that to Chevrolet?
No one donates money. You have to video the good deed, and then you have to email it to huntsvilleu11@gmail.com.
You're looking for people maybe to call you and ask you to do a good deed?
Yes.
Yeah. How many good deeds have you done so far?
I think we have around 500.
That's awesome. What kinds of things have you been doing?
We've been doing shoveling the driveway for our neighbors. We've been holding doors. We've been picking up garbage. We've been pet sitting. We made dog treats the one time. We put kindness posters out.
Anything else you'd like to be doing for people? Any other ideas that you've had?
Oh, we did a food drive, and we wanted to do a one where we fill hats with money, and then we donate it to raise homeless awareness, something like that.
Who came up with this idea?
My mom did.
You have until March, the 6th to get everything done and packaged up?
Yep.
So how can people get involved to help you out? What do they have to do?
You have to record a good deed and send it to Huntsville at u11@gmail.com, and then we'll post it, and yeah.
So it doesn't just have to be you guys who are doing the good deeds. Anybody can, but they send it to you and you get credit for it. Have you had a lot of people do that for you so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kinds of things have they sent you?
Like donating.
Like what kind of good deeds have they been doing? You guys talked about shoveling and babysitting and that kind of thing. What kind of good deeds were other people doing?
Bringing coffees to coworkers. And at the hospital, they started this thing called The Wave, where every department does a good deed and passes it on to another one.
So you guys have this well in hand. You've thought this through and done a really good job of getting prepared and getting the word out, haven't you?
Yeah.
On another topic, how's the team doing this year?
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
We've only lost one game.
I'm sorry?
We've only lost one game.
Only one game this season? That is awesome. How long have you guys been together as a team? First year, second year? You've been together for a few years?
It's our first year.
It's my third year.
We got one more thing to say.
Okay, say it.
3, 2, 1. Help us fill the cup.
Again, if you want to help, record your short good deed and send it by email to huntsvilleu11@gmail.com. Barrie Colts hoping to get back in stride this week after 3 losses last week. They've clinched a playoff spot, but have fallen to 4th seed in the East, but with games in hand on the teams ahead of them. We get caught up with Colts writer Gene Pereira and Barrie 360's Will Conkin.
Welcome back, Gene. The Colts had a 1-2 week, fell to the 0 Sound Attack 5-1, another loss to the Kitchener Rangers 4-1, then broke a 5-game losing skid with a win over the Peterborough Petes 4-3. Gene, what did you see from this round? They were still battling some sickness there.
Yeah, they had 6 regulars out of the lineup in Kingston on a Tuesday night, and even though a lot of the players returned on Thursday for the regulars, you could tell they were still off, and they were still feeling it, and there just didn't seem to be a lot of energy in that loss to Owen Sound. And it's a bit of a disappointing game, but when you remember that a lot of these guys, you could still just see that the energy wasn't there, and obviously a disappointing loss with a chance to gain an important 2 points, but the schedule maker, just the timing of it all, where you're battling a flu and then you got to play a Tuesday game, and then all of a sudden you got three games in 3 nights. It's certainly a tough stretch for Barrie.
You were saying as well to me off air that the Colts had a very poor second period in that loss to the Rangers.
Yeah, Kitchener has always been a tough team for them to play. They've really always struggled, I didn't think it was a bad first and third period for Barrie and Kitchener. They kind of played their game, that defensive game, but the second period, the Reels really came off just 2 shots. They were completely dominated, and it ended up making a difference to the game. Kitchener scored 3 times, ended up winning 4-1 with an empty netter, and it was the difference. And Barrie just didn't compete in that second period, and they ended up paying a price.
And then for the Peterborough Petes game, Kayshawn Aitchison, he was the hero of the night. He scored twice. Talk about that game overall.
Yeah, I guess kind of, not bad opening 2 periods, but, definitely the third period, they needed a big period. They came through with it, and they completely kind of dominated that third period and able to come back. And what can you say about Kayshawn Aitchison, the flair for the big goals? I mean, 5-game winning goals this season, just been outstanding, gets the tying goal, and then the game winner late, and Barrie pulls out an important win over Peterborough. But, again, the Easton Riot played really well in net for Peterborough that game, but the Colts were just kind of persistent. And, it's just nice to see Aitchison as well. He came into the dressing room, the guys gave him a really good round of applause, and he was kind of sheepish, but it was another big effort by the top NHL prospect. And if scouts are watching this guy, I mean, he does so many things. Obviously the physical presence. I don't think there's a better open ice hitter than Kayshawn Aitchison in the league, and he's showing that he can also as well pitch in offensively. And again, over 20 goals this season, just an outstanding year. And a lot of those goals come at big times, like they did on Saturday night.
So up next for the Colts, we are recording this early. They played the Guelph Storm Wednesday, Saginaw Spirit Thursday, and the Kingston Frontenac Saturday. Gene, for the Thursday game at Sadlin Arena, the organization is raising Kyle Clifford's number 13 jersey to the rafters. We talked about it before, but why is this important, and why is Clifford deserving of this?
Yeah, that'll be a fun night. I think Kyle was just one of those guys who was a heart and soul player, and I think that's what makes it special. They raised Brian Little's jersey, and I mean, there was a ton of skill with Brian Little, but Clifford's a different player, and he's kind of the prototypical power forward in junior hockey that could, play that provide that physical presence, but as well be able to score, and just one of those guys that's really hard not cheering for in his career, and went on to win a Stanley Cup with the Los Angeles Kings, and has a long NHL career now, kind of finishing his pro career playing with the Marlies, and again, it's just one of those guys that it's hard to not root for, and this will be a great night. I certainly deserving of having this tribute for him.
Well, thanks again for chatting, Gene. Till the next one.
Thanks, Phil.
This is What Barrie's Talking About from Barrie 360. I'm Dan Blakely, joined by Ty the Poet. Tanisha Thomas has joined us again. Been a while since you were here.
It has, but I'm definitely grateful to be back, so yes.
Barrie's Poet Laureate. Before we get into the event coming up, let's remind everybody what you do, because every time I have you here and we talk, people, what's a Poet Laureate? So let's get the explanation.
So I act as a ambassador for the literary arts. So my job is to educate the public on poetry and its importance, as well as showcasing it through new pieces, through workshops, teaching youth poetry. Yeah, all about literary arts and writing and its importance.
How long have you been doing this now?
So this is now year 3 of my term, and so it's from 2022 to 2026.
And how did you come to be involved in this in the first place?
I've always been writing. Journaling and writing poetry is very therapeutic, so it's something that I did when I was younger. I actually used to be really shy. So I used to write, and it would allow me to express everything I was feeling. And I also liked being on stage, and when I shared my poems, everybody loved them. So it's just something I always stuck with.
So you go from being shy to being on stage, and now you're on this big platform.
There we go. I don't know.
You have a big event coming up March 1st. Let's talk about that.
I do. So on March 1st, I will be presenting Speak Your Truth. So this is a partnership with our newly provincial poet laureate. He will be coming to Barrie. He will be co-hosting. This event will be at Bloom Bistro, and it's all about Black excellence, Black history, and arts and culture. So we will have a traditional African blend to get everybody grooving. We will have a special Caribbean menu that Nalini will be preparing at Bloom Bistro. We'll have some fried chicken and waffles. We'll have some jerk chicken, rice and peas, some steamed fish, curry chickpeas. So come hungry, everybody. And all of the food sales will be going to support this new local business. We have some spoken word artists like myself. I will be performing. We have Neno, who's a Uplift Black Artist Collective member. She will be starting us off with a sacred circle and song. We have JYK. He's a up-and-coming local rapper. We have Ali. She will be doing some R&B songs. It's going to be amazing. I also have some special guest speakers that will be taking part too. So.
Sounds like an action-packed day, evening. What time is it happening?
So it's from 6 to 9 p.m., and the doors will be opened at 5:30.
You're going to cram all of that in 3 hours?
I am.
Wow, you're good.
Yes.
You're good. And the great thing is admission is free.
It is.
But you're asking that people do take advantage of the food and beverages there to support Bloom Bistro.
Yes, exactly.
How do people get involved in this?
We are still looking for sponsors, so if anybody did want to support the arts and culture locally, they could send me an email or a DM. My email is tythepoetess@outlook.com, or they could send me a DM or Facebook message at tythepoetess.
And should people register ahead of time or just drop in?
No, people can just come on in and be ready to party and be moved and to celebrate.
Remind us once again, March 1st, Bloom Bistro.
And it's from 6 to 9 p.m. There will be food, so come hungry. There'll be a lot of music, dance, and networking and community building. And it'll be a safe space for anybody who wants to speak on their own experiences. Like Speak Your Truth is all about using our words to uplift others and to empower ourselves. So.
And give us your credentials again if people want more information.
Yes. So my name is Tanisha Thomas, a.k.a. Ty the Poetess. You guys can reach me at tythepoetess@outlook.com. And you can send me an email or a DM at tythepoetess.
Good to see you again.
You too. Thank you.
Good luck with the program. And that's our program for this week. Thanks to Will for his input, to Matt Ladder for his technical touch, and to you for listening. If you like what you've heard, please subscribe to What Barrie's Talking About, rate it, review it. You can also keep up with What Barrie's Talking About on Blue Sky and X at Barrie360 and on our website, Barrie360.com. And there's our daily Kickstart podcast available from any streaming service and on our website. I'm Dan Blakely. Hope you'll join us again next week.